Okay, let's try some PvP on the Settlers' New Allies. Thank you very much for those that supported the last video. I thought we'd dive in a little bit more today in this one. So it takes a bit of time to set up, but let's see what happens. We're on the Boneyard map. Let's have a go. Team Orange. Who am I playing? Ah, someone from Germany. Sticker Sui. Right, so we've taken grips on this game at the moment. And obviously we are at the moment in the process of doing the campaign, which I would say is quite slow going, but it's a fairly easy campaign map to do. But I thought today we'll probably look at some of the reviews in place and have a go from there, really. That's going to be quite handy. So we just found a survey site, so we'll go that straight away because we're going to need that. And what we'll do is we'll link up here and here. Got no stone. Is this stone? We need that up there. Stone up there. Okay, so we got stone. We got the survey map. Let's go. Let's have a look, see what's around here. So this is where I'm going to go back to Settlers 4. We would have a geologist doing this for us. But obviously in this game, it's going to be our good old engineers. So we found a stone. We really need iron and coal. Applying stones into the ground as we claim them.
Victory
Unbelievable. Oh dear. He lasted more than 5 minutes. And we're already beating him. We're the Erie and they're playing the Joran. So we'll have to get used to this now. Okay. While we get the settlers set up, we're a bit lucky this time. We've got Boulders and wood straight with us, so let's get going with them first. Let's build a wood camp here, and let's build a quarry here, and they obviously need a path, so it's linking that to that and that to that. Okay, while this game develops, let's read you some reviews. This is from Greg on Google. Honestly, the Reviews News Allies is an addictive and fun RTS that will continue to get better with time. Overall, it reminds me of a more economically complex Northgard without the survival aspect of winter and the playstyle overall the clans offer. Never played Northgard, so I can't really compare it. It goes on to say there's a lot of hidden complexities to managing your engineers, carrier populations, resources, efficiency, army, and finally your time. He does go on at the bottom to say he's never played the other Settlers games, so he's got no other Settlers really to base this on, which is quite interesting because Mr. J in the review under that gave him a 1 star, saying I suspect you'll see 2 ratings for this game. 1 star from everyone who loved the Settlers since it began, and 5 stars from new players who blissfully unaware just how much better it used to be. Kind of agree with that one. And I do kind of agree with his statement that he makes about simplifying it for the consoles. I decided to push on to consoles meant everything had to be simplified for console gameplay. Focus has shifted to shorter, quicker battles with zero emphasis on developing production chains. Something I picked up on my last video. I think you can all agree. I said it has been simplified. I do believe that is the reason why, because this is coming out on the Switch in March. And it's going to have crossplay, so I think this all had to be simplified in that sense. Lewis, Paul Lewis on here on Google, another non-Settlers person, so he hasn't really got the history to go on. He gave it a 5 stars, not a veteran from the Settlers franchise, so I have no comparison for you. I am, however, a veteran of games like Warcraft and AoE. And this game has that familiar old school RTS vibe with a dash of Colony Slim thrown in. So the reviews are pretty much yes and no. I think if you're a big Settlers fan, you're going to go, no, nothing, don't like it, go away. And if you've never played it, you'll probably love it. Picks up a big stone. Oh, look at that. Just turns it straight into a hammer. Well, one thing I do like is they've got little helpers now, whereas the original Settlers only had one of them doing it. The other thing I miss is the fact the Forester used to do an area effect and plant the trees around itself. Now it's all combined in the squares. Same for the farming for the wheat. So not something I'm too happy with. He's going to plant them here, obviously. Kind of getting the sense he's not going to do it. So he's going to plant some trees now and put some bone meal out. And then our guys here, we've got enough planks a minute, so we'll get these guys to stop. We've got plenty of logs for him to carry on working for the minute. And he can't boost the forester. Oh no! Bugger. Well, this is what you get, innit? So this is one of the things in the reviews, actually, the messages coming up. So we lost because we disconnected. So yeah, 2 games, both connected, disconnected. So this is where the frustration is at the moment. So please, Ubisoft, please fix this. Please fix this. I think it'd be interesting to see on the PvP. They need to sort the servers out. That's 2 games now we've tried playing on this video, and both have crashed due to server issues. So I think that's something to be aware of. We know there's a timer for a reset coming up, so that's all for them to shut down. We're boosting this place up for production, but I'm not a big fan of the boost system. I wasn't a big fan of it in Settlers 7 either. At least in Settlers 7, the miners and that still needed food to operate, regardless of boosting or not. Boosting just gave them some extra fancy food to get their production up, whereas now they don't need any. They just need boosting, and that's it. I can boost them and get some berries up. I've got plenty of berries, 52, but I'm not a big fan of the boost. I think it's designed for the PvP aspect. I think if you want to really develop quite quickly, get your food production up and boost up your production rates. As I said, this increases production by 2. So every 1 bow makes 2 bows at a time now, which is quite handy if you're trying to build an army up fast. Although I've obviously not changed what I want from him. And I quite like the clerics. I quite like the fact you had to make beer, make clerics, and then the clerics went and did the research. I think something like that should come back. But as one of the reviewers said, this has been simplified for console use. But I think these days on console you can do way much more than just a simplified game. So with that, I'm going to leave you. So thank you very much for watching. If you want some tutorials on the Settlers, let me know in the comments below. We'll bring some little shorts as well, shall we? But for now, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.